Man, listen, man. What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Game Like Will, man. Back with another video. And look, man, I don't know who I'm talking to in this video, but this shit right here, man, is so important, bro. Like, I know it's probably per state or per city, dozens of y'all, like, if not hundreds of y'all that just lost y'all path at some point in life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making a playlist called Real. I should call it Real Spill Will. I should call it Real Talk Will. Why did I say Real Talk with Will? Real Spill with Will, man, or Story Time, right? I'll go in there and edit it at some point. But look, man, Real Spill with Will. You know what I'm saying? Um, Losing your pathway in life or never having your pathway in life is so it's like a fucking kick me sign on your back or some shit. And a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I made a video about environmental, how your society can kind of mess up your vibration on purpose and kind of have you in a quandary. And I see that video touch 1K. I see that people are feeling that vibe. So at the end of the day, peep it. Like, you gotta understand. Peep it. I'm gonna start saying that too. Peep it. Uh, look. You lost it all, right? You lost it all. It's your comeback season. It's your comeback time. It's your comeback year. Time for you to get back on track, right? Time for you to be somebody who people never even knew you were in the first place, right? You know what I'm saying? People always probably knew it was something about you. It was something magnetic about you, something really charming and charismatic, right? But at the end of the day, like, it's always been, I don't know if the word is curtail. Yeah, curtail, cut. It's always been cut short for some reason, right? I had this thought this morning that um actually just now actually most people won't succeed in life because they doubt their own thoughts. One of my cousins once said something to me. He was like, it was funny because, like, sometimes I feel like he said something very wise. He was like, he said, yeah, I mean, if you thought it, you thought it. You know, if you had that thought, if a thought popped in your head and you had a thought, then you thought it for a reason. But, why would someone have to tell me that? Like, my older cousin told me that. But for real, like, I thought about that again recently, and it's like, even when it comes to like making YouTube content or making videos, it's like you'll have a thought, right? But you won't trust the thought. Your people are nowadays, they're trained to see the thought or not see the thought, actually. Like, so you gotta like you gotta rewire your brain. You gotta rewire your training of thought to actually worship and value the shit that pops in your head, because what people tend to do is they don't respect what they think. Like, they think that what someone else thought about in 2015 when they made their debut album was the shit to be thinking about, or what Drake thought about, or what Cash Cobain or somebody thought about was the only thing. And because we grew up as fans of content, right? Music, this shit like this. It's like we never see ourselves becoming the person before the camera. But it's like, in reality, bro, it's actually just your world that you're living in. And you actually one thing I'm starting to learn about confidence is it's a really weird feeling, right? Um and it could come with bad or good. So it's like you really got to be brave. And I think being brave is a concept that a lot of young boys don't really know about. You know what I'm saying? I think being brave, it's seen as some type of game or some type of, you know, finesse or some type of skill. And yeah, it's a skill, and yeah, it could be woven into, like, you can like pattern it into your like day-to-day processes to where you become less unbrave, right? But I don't know. I feel like I'm going off path of what I was about to say. But maybe I'm flowing in the direction maybe I ought to flow in. Who knows, man? Because some of the best videos, you really just say whatever you feel type shit. YouTube is all about feelings. Like, you feel me? Like, I used to. That's another thing. Like, right, being a guy growing up in this society, we always think it's about hand to hand combat, slap boxing with the bros outside, playing basketball, and all that stuff. Yeah, like women gonna think that shit sexy, and like it's good to have friendly competition, and it's good to just be competitive. Like that shit is a sexy trait to have, right? But it's funny. I heard Jay-Z say some shit like this. He said, I don't like competition. So how could somebody outgrow that process and only become richer and more and more and more, you know, better at life, right? Think about chess. I give you the analogy of chess. um when playing chess, there's certain sacrifices that needs to be made, and that's another fucking concept that I want to say, right? Being brave isn't always the fucking right move, like on the chessboard. Like I play chess like every other day, like literally just played like 3 games or 4 games earlier today. Like every day I play chess online, right? And it's like, bruh, like the best move is not always the brave move. Now, having braveness in your DNA or in your body or inside of you, it goes a long fucking way, right? You create a reputation around you that, okay, Will has my back, or Will's brave. Like even if he don't got my back, many cases what people will say is, I'd rather have him on my I'd rather have him on my side, because if he's not, if I ever have to go up against him, it's gonna be hell because he's brave, right? So it works for you, right? Being brave is something that people dad should have taught their ass. But being brave comes early in life, but like I say, you can adapt it. But it's not always the best move on the board. But see, it's ironic because let me tell you, if you're not brave, you're more likely to be brave in a moment where you shouldn't be brave. So if you're getting bullied all the time, what you're gonna do is stand up for yourself in a moment where it's the worst time possible or the dumbest time to do it. That's why bad things happen to people who are nice or and all that type of shit. Because you're gonna spring forward in a moment where you should have, not had type shit. But again, playing chess teaches me these things too. Like, you can even look at the 48 laws of power and Robert Greene and all these different types of things too, and just strategic things. Um, and I hate to go dark with this video too, but there is a lot of dark things that people I ain't gonna say they naturally overlook, but they just don't see it for whatever reason. Maybe they're not supposed to see it, whatever. But um, just being a thinker, man. Just being a thinker, like I said, um, everything is woven into neurology at some point, or science or some shit. And even for women, like, right, I'm a dating coach, like 50% lifestyle, 50% dating. So it's like a lot of y'all guys, y'all don't get women because women don't see y'all as brave, and women don't see y'all as attractive. So it's like brave and attractive is like twin cousins. You feel me? Like if you go up and approach a woman with no fear, they don't smell no doubt, they're gonna be sexually attracted to you, no matter what you look like, bro. If you're confident, because what they're saying is, damn, he has testosterone, he has nuts, and that's beyond their thought process. That's woven into their neurology, their nervous system. That's into their DNA and shit. Like that goes back ancestry time and shit. So it's like time and time again, a guy that act like that is gonna get some ass. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that um bravery, right? It's like, man, I don't know where I'm going with this video. But I'm just saying, bro, listen, you lost your way. You lost your way. And you never had a way because you weren't supposed to have a way. A lot of people, right? You were lost in the sauce, right? A lot of people, they live their first 20 years of their life just fucking doing anything. Just like I could speak for myself, just going outside. That shit was so like blissful. I'm the type of person, I like recess. I like lunch. You feel me? I like science class, health class. Everything else, I had an F. You feel me? But I like science. Yeah, science was my favorite class. I had a C in science. which explains my whole YouTube channel, right? It's literally about biology, the nervous system, and chemistry as far as dating and relationships. So that's naturally what I'm drawn to. That's me, right? Chemistry. I'm like a chemist in this bitch, right? That's me. And so um that's my path. Like, bro, like it's funny because even learning about dating coaching and shit, they teach you about rapport, right? But the one rapport you need to have is the one with yourself. So as I learned how to have rapport with women, it literally was actually me learning how to be first have rapport with myself. Because rapport with myself, if that's missing, they not gonna fuck with you anyway. They a lot of women gonna use guys. They're gonna use men who lack rapport with themselves. Because what type of guy lack rapport with themselves? What type of guy don't know themselves? Right? Nobody wants to hang with that person. Nobody wants to be around that vibe. So what I'm saying is that self-knowledge is the knowledge. That's the only knowledge. As within, as without, as above, as below type shit. So what I'm trying to say, bro, is that chemistry, right? Chemistry. Um, a dating coach that I was listening to for a minute, he talk about knowledge of thyself. That's the one thing every other dating coach not talking about. They might tell you to get on your purpose. They might tell you to get a job. They might tell you to go find a hobby. Some of the shit that I'll be tapping on, but they're not saying like, yo, I tell y'all to journal. That gets you the same result, right? Journaling every little day. Because after a while, you're gonna get tired of journaling about shit in your environment. You're gonna start seeing how that shit relate with you and why are you in the rut or the situation you're in, and you're gonna start having inquiry about certain shit. Like, damn, like all my life, I never questioned am I chasing pussy or not. You feel me? Like that's something that's right in your face, but you're not questioning that shit. You feel me? Like on some real shit, real spill with will type shit. Like, or am I really funny? Because I always thought I was funny, but I never really quite got to the like to the kernel of am I really like. And maybe I'm not getting as many women because I'm not incorporating being funny in the set when I'm talking to women or even with friends. Because what you're not doing is building your character when you're not like being yourself. Like, you feel me? So you're off track. You feel me? You're off track. So I guess this shit did kind of like come back full circle to the point I was making in the first place. It was like, yo, like how many times all your life do you hear the term, "Oh, just be yourself"? Right? You hear that shit so much that you don't even it goes in one ear and out the other because what does that fucking mean? You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the case, everyone already thinks they're doing that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's waking up in the morning thinking they're not doing that. You feel me? So it's like I don't say stuff like that to my nephew and niece. Like, "Oh, be yourself." I said that to my nephew one time. Be yourself. You feel me? But like, I try to go a little bit more the Richard Bandler route and try to say things that I know are more psychologically more likely for a young kid to listen to. Now my nephew's older now, but I used to talk to him like when he was like in elementary and stuff. But I know that I was the type of person that is not gonna listen to some like I was even the type I would listen, right? But your environment is more influential than your basketball coaches and mentor or anybody. That's why I try to tailor all my content to the environment, right? You see me walking around. You see me, I made a video yesterday about getting fresh air and sunlight and shit like that because these things don't lie. Not saying your coaches and shit, but people lie, bro. Even if the shit they saying ain't a lie, but the way you may hear it, right? Okay, let me give you an example. If all you grow up with is liars, from the women to the person you buy weed from to the fucking ice cream man to the fucking store to the teachers to the commercials, if everybody's lying to get $1 in their pocket, when somebody tell you the truth, either you're not gonna want to hear it or you're gonna hear it, but your ears are already full of shit. So somebody will look at somebody in their face and say, man, I told you to finish school. Or someone will look at you in the face and say, man, I don't know, he was such a good kid. How did he get caught up in this? You know, the shit that you hear that be cliche, you be like, wait, hold on. There ain't no way I'm gonna get caught up in some shit. But you gotta think about it. People get caught up in stuff that they're not prepared for all the time. But you can't prepare for something that you're not actually, again, if you're not experiencing, if it's not an environmental connection type shit. Like if you're not seeing the shit, if you're okay, listen, I think I'm going off track right now. But all I'm trying to say is your path, bruh, is your path. That's the bottom line with life. Your path is your path. Everybody else's path is their path. And so that means that you have to take risks on that path. And that's the part where it's crazy. Like your path, everybody's path requires risk and a certain level of blind faith, if you want to be technical. Like when you hear the word faith in church, it's all about just trusting. It's all about some, when you hear the word faith in church, it sounds 10 times more fluffy and promising. Like, but if you say the word faith as it pertains to science, then it's way more dangerous. And what I'm saying is you have to have faith in yourself first, though. Like in yourself and how you relate to your environment second. So it's like you can have faith in yourself. No one gives a fuck until you connect it into the environment. Because that's really the connection to nature. You feel what I'm saying? And not saying you gotta, like I said in the other video, you don't gotta go to bars and clubs and these places like that off the rip. But you can go into, like I said, go hug a tree. Go talk to yourself first. Practice talking to yourself. Everybody want to talk to women, bro. Everybody want to talk to women or the opposite sex. Like even women, all y'all want to get the cool guy or get the bad guy or get the selfish guy or get the guy at the top of the mountain. He worked his whole life to get up to the top of the mountain. Ego is on both sides of the genders, and they're both wrong. You don't deserve that guy, and that guy don't deserve that girl he won't. It's ego. Nobody deserves nothing. You see what I'm saying? You deserve what you're gonna get, and you deserve the girl that you're gonna get. For the fellas right now, she may not be fucking Tyra Banks. You feel me? But she your Tyra Banks. You feel me? A little romantic shit I just said right there, but for real, that's facts. You know I'm right. That's facts. And that's the problem I see with these YouTubers, bro. They trying to film 1,000,001 videos with baddies. I don't even got the bag yet, but these guys be having the bag, and what they want to, first thing they want to do, they want to do the pranks with the baddies, because they know that's going to get them right with the views, right? That's facts. Ooh. Hold on, who this? Hold on. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with throwing these females in your videos, because I'm on that same type of time. You feel me? Um, on my last channel, I only threw like one female on my channel, and she's a friend actually. Um, it's funny, she just hit me up yesterday. She went MIA for a minute. I'm like, "What's up, stranger?" You feel me? Like, where you been? But nah, yeah, bro. Like, look, that's some pathway everybody gonna try to take. Oh, let me get the models, let me get the baddies in the shit. Yeah, that's cool. You feel me? I ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't no hater. So just do what you plan on. Just do what you want with your channel, with your content. But again, bro, what I found for myself, bro, like ain't nothing wrong with being a loner. And that's another thing I want to add. Like people got a bad taste in their mouth for being a loner. But really, that's actually the path. So when I started off this video, when I thought of the idea to make this video, I didn't think about that, but that is what it is. It's like, okay, we're raised in these communities or houses with family, and 99% of your beliefs or feelings or shit especially the negative ones, come from your mom. If your dad not there to stop that shit from going in, penetrating your world, because you're like, I mean, I just asked my mom something earlier, simple question, and she started whining. I'm like, why are you always whining, bro? Like, I'm asking you a fucking question. Like, why are you whining? No, it's because this, it's because that. I'm like, damn, so you just naturally just programmed to do it and shit. But see, I'm older, so I could cope with the shit differently. But being young, that's just naturally just being absorbed by the kid. Like, you feel me? So gonna go on, this conversation is about to go in a whole nother direction. But what I'm saying is that you couldn't be lonely when you were a kid. Though not in a way, not in a healthy type of way. You had to be around certain people. You had to be, right? Or go to school or whatever. But now things are different. Things are different now, right? Because I'm wearing the pants. You feel me? I'm changing the fucking narrative, and I'm creating the life I want to create, bro. And that's what I realized or recognized with the lifestyle coaching thing. Cause it's like your life is in your hands and it don't feel comfortable. You feel me? That's one thing I wanted to point out in this video. Like, oh shit. I figured it out, bro. Cracked the matrix. I cracked the matrix. I cracked the matrix, bro. I figured it out. What it is in the matrix is that people are so used to being told what to do. Look, y'all gonna be like, damn, he look. People are trained since birth, not even by men, by women, to be told, oh, you gotta get up, you gotta go to school. Oh my God, you're late for the bus. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the sky is gonna fall out the sky if you don't go to school. Make sure you get home. Then like all these fucking rules and statistics and shit. But then when you finally got the pathway to become an entrepreneur or do something that's so easy, it's so easy that you don't even know how to make it easy for yourself. Like putting a video on for 10 minutes and talking in the camera is actually easy. But you're programmed to work hard. So naturally you still think on those ramifications, if that makes sense. You still wanna you still connect to the people who want to work hard. You still have those same conversations. You still indulge with them. You think an argument is natural, and which it is, but you're not in that way where you have to actually defend something out of the thin air that doesn't even need to be defended. Like I asked you a question, you start yelling at me. So you feel like you should yell back at her, but it's like nah, just let her be a woman and just walk away. Simple, game over. But what I'm saying is that shit is not. It's a rewiring of the energy. Your energy, misplaced energy type shit. That same energy you're gonna wear out arguing with your mom, you can put on camera. So what I'm saying is that people are programmed from early like a fucking wind up toy to just do some bullshit that they don't really want to do. And you're too young to know what you really want to do. So you can't even tell your mom, hey mom, I want to be a scientist. How the fuck a 13-year-old want to be a scientist? You don't know all how, I mean, listen, I love science, but I ain't thinking about mixing in a blue chemical with a red chemical and see what that shit, the outcome is or some shit. Because I ain't wasn't interested in that type of science, at least not yet. You feel me? So I just knew I had a natural attraction to. I was more interested in that classroom, you know, and I was going. I never felt it because I naturally was kind of like this shit kind of fun as it relates to health and wellness and a lot of things. Fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. It relates to the sun. I'm a Leo, born in August. It relates to lions and animals and zoology and conversation, statistics, and frequencies, and things, just things that you see every day. Things that actually people don't capitalize on. Like I said, if you want a female, there's a million ways to get her, but you dare not to look because you're so nervous, which is also chemistry and science. Also, anyway, so you're already participating in chemistry and science. It's already here now, but your mind has been programmed to look further than simplicity. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I noticed in people, and myself as well. Again, like, I'm 28 now. When I was 15, 16, I knew I liked science, or gym at least, um, and to have fun. That's all you need to know as a kid, and that's why it's such a trap, because all you need to know is you like to have fun, and then you got to question that. Why do I like to have fun? Oh, because I'm human, and humans like to have fun. But see, kids don't question simple things; they just like simple things. They don't like sophisticated things yet, unless it has to do with amusement parks and video games. And so that level of simplicity never is interrogated. Like when you're a kid, you're not, your interrogation skills are not broad or strong, or, because that's like a muscle, right? Your ability to dive into something is like a muscle of some sort. It's like it's a muscle. It's like you have to kind of like want to do that, or you're just gonna sit still like a vegetable and not do that. But I don't know, man. I just feel like YouTube is crazy, but I like it. Maybe because I'm crazy. And my channel is taking its own direction, even though I'm still going to always bring it back to lifestyle and dating somehow, some magical way. But I just feel like, man, like, expression is beautiful. And sometimes you could get too analytical and people be like, man, I'm unsubscribing. Or, man, what the fuck is Will talking about? Or, man, but this life is beautiful, bro. And some of the best YouTubers I ever watched, they would have real talks to the camera, just how I'm having right now. And then they'll go around the baddest girl they could find and eat food and crush on the baddest chick. Not crush, but crush, like have a crush on the baddest chick and try to get her. Like like DDG was one of my favorite YouTubers. And it was because he was like a nerd, but he had like the life of a guy that was like not a nerd. So like he was nerdy, but like he still had like a social group of people, and he still had things kind of working for him. So it was like he had a perfect blend of a life. You know what I'm saying? And when I got back from Job Corps, like my life was like more airy, if that makes sense. Like, and when I say airy, what I mean, like, I didn't have no car. I didn't have no, I had certain things, but I don't know. My life is weird, bro. If I was to break that shit down one video, do a story time or a timeline or some shit, it'd just be weird, bro. It'd just be fucking weird. My mom always moved us all around and shit. It was one neighborhood I stayed in the longest, but everything, it was always moving from house to house. You feel me? And it seems like the house I hate the most, which is this one, she want to stay in this shit forever. But yeah, bro. Like, listen, getting back on track with your life is a blessing. It's a fucking blessing. And learning to live with this camera in front of you is also a blessing. Um, because life is a journey. And if it wasn't, it would be boring. And my philosophy, somebody called me a philosopher, and I actually do feel like uh, one of these. I feel like Albert Einstein. Like, I promise you, I feel just like him. I feel like I trust myself a lot, and that comes from childhood, like shit like that. But again, um, Damn, I just forgot what I was about to say. Everybody YouTube channel different though. Like you got people who um are realer YouTubers, I would call them, and you got people who are more content, but then you got realer people who might do some pranks sometimes, and then you got people who do a lot of pranks and a lot of like stage shit. They have their real moments. So this is just a platform for people to just, like I said, it's like a form of school, but it's not school. It's like you be yourself. People either like you or they don't. You kind of like bond with who you bond with. Some people might comment, but they're not really down with the program. You know, it's just like tricky territory. And again, self exploration is you exploring yourself. And life is like a journey. And a lot of shit I haven't even met or learned about myself typically. And that y'all will either see or y'all will be able to fill me in on, or y'all will be able to journey with me at the end of the day. Cause like I've been knew I liked fruits since a kid. I liked grapes. I actually went to go get some today. I wanted to go get some today. I only got a couple apples and oranges left in my bag, but I wanted to go get some today, some more grapes. And I I since COVID I've been on this health journey, and I never really fully like my boy Phil Kofer that I'll be watching, like just like went fully into it. And I think it's because my YouTube channel didn't blow up. I think if my YouTube channel blows up, that I'm gonna probably move out, start my adult life, you feel me? And have um y'all will see more of a synopsis of who I truly am, because I just feel like a lot of people not really living in that. You feel me? Like unless you stayed in school, which I didn't, unless you stayed in school and shit like that, um, then you got a different path or story. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, my path is just different, bro. And I still love YouTube. Fell in love with this shit low key, and it's weird. YouTube is a really weird place because it's like your videos could, like I said, you could make long, drawn out videos of storytelling, kind of like what I'm doing right now, or you can just make like little vlogs or shorts. You could do so many different things. It's so dynamic that it's like, how do you lose? But how do you win? You feel me? Like this is like my fifth channel. You know what I'm saying? And the other ones flopped, or I gave up on them. And this one, I just feel like there's no way for me to give up, because it's like, bro, you don't been through everything already. You feel me? You're already successful. You just don't got to. You just don't. You're just not where you know you're headed. But I already know that I'm going to be successful. I can't even lie to you. How can you lose if it's like a person who been working out already. He just never really got like the bod fully yet, but he knows what to drink. He knows what's gonna make him feel the best. He got a good synopsis on everything. He just has never went fully through with this shit. You feel me? But that's exactly where I'm at. I've been watching YouTube for like 7, 8 years straight. Seen everybody grow up on this shit. Don't even watch TV. There's no TV in my room. You ask anybody, they're like, yo, you don't even watch TV. Don't watch TV, bro. I'm on YouTube for years at this point. That's TV for me. Because I get to choose what I want to watch. And I get to, don't nobody want to watch the bullshit. I don't want to watch bullshit. Like, I don't want to watch bullshit. Even though bullshit can be fun sometimes. But I want to watch, like, people real life. Like, I'm a scientist. I want to see what people really doing. Where you really going? What you really like to do. Do you like basketball? Are you into pool? Do you like chess? You know? And that shit is just, people are nosy, man. We like that shit. So that's why I said, how do you lose at that? You would have to not know yourself well enough or be living your life in full. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like half of America is supposed to not fully be blossomed. I'm only 29. Some people would say, "Oh, you getting old," uh, but that's not old. You feel me? And it's just not. And to a 16-year-old, yeah, but if you're 21, 22, I mean, yeah, it's older than you, but you feel me? It's just tricky territory again. And like I said, people gotta understand how to use language, bro. That's all I really care about. Language is universal; it touches everybody, and that's what I'm really interested in, right? Communication skills and just different shit, bro. Like I really don't really. I'm okay with being a loner as long as I can do YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I like being alone, to be honest. There's nothing. I find nothing wrong with being alone, unless you don't feel like it. In some moments you don't feel like it, and then that's when you gotta have a shorty or you gotta have friends. You feel me? Because or not even. You just gotta do some shadow work. Sometimes I just journal or look at a emotional chart with the feelings on it, and I'm like, well, what am I feeling right now? You feel me? Oh, I'm feeling lonely. What might that be triggering? Oh, a little bit of fear. What might that be triggering? Oh, but why are you in that? Why is that the denominator of feeling that you're feeling? What would be like scarcity or some weird shit? Then you're like, oh, it's because growing up I never addressed that shit. I was too young. If you feel alone and you're 7, then the chances are you're really isolated. Like you're probably really, really that. It's not like you're thinking it or feeling it. It's like you're really probably isolated. So when you're 28, you need to address those emotions so that it's not scary once you see why you're where you are. It's just not scary no more. Phobias and shit like that. Like I used to be scared of elevators, so every time I go to the mall, I get on the elevator at some point because it's fun now. Turn your fears into fun. I'm scared. I'm not gonna tell you all my fears. I'm not gonna lie. I don't trust that yet. I'm not gonna do that on YouTube. Hell nah. Hell nah. Y'all gonna try to torture me with my fears? Nah, hell nah. But look, all your fears, you should address them at some point, and you're only gonna grow once you do that. You're gonna have like spiritual growth. Because internally you can't grow if like fear is one of those things that literally do hold people back. You feel me? So the more you address your fears, the more you'll realize I'm not scared of other shit too. Like, okay, not scared of that. Wasn't maybe I'm not really scared of that, but I just think I'm scared of that, right? That's typically what it is. If you grew up doing something, you wouldn't be scared of it. But if you got lack of experience with it, then yeah, that fear is gonna seem really, really real. It's gonna feel so sharp and vivid and real that you're not even gonna ever know how to even begin to look in that direction. So it's just like that's just what that is, bro. So I don't know how we ended up over here on this topic, but we're 40 minutes in. I'm about to end this video because I did not mean for this to go like this. But I mean, people make hour-long videos, but yeah, bro. I just like I'm a egotistical guy, and like I said, ego is never really right. But think about it. I'm sitting in my room on the camera, talking as if I know everybody, and I don't know anybody that deep to be talking like that. But I love the fact that people could get rich or famous off of just being themselves. I think that's what I'm really in love with for real. Because they don't get more egotistical or scientific than that. Like, what else are you gonna get rich for? Being somebody else? I mean, a lot of people have done that, but like those people aren't really happy, probably. Like, you feel me? Like, I think that's like the big thing about YouTube. People are like, yo, I'm really famous for being the same guy I was before I was famous. So I don't really gotta do a lot, but it's like I am doing a lot because over time I am sharing a lot of information. So I don't think everybody is meant to do hard, laborious work. You feel me? I don't think everybody's equal in that way. That's why you have a lot of people who crashed out, started robbing banks because they ain't feel like it was fair. Oh, and yeah, you gotta have patience in life. Patience, something that dad's supposed to teach, but dad ain't there. Patience. That's something that can't be taught unless it's coming from exactly what I just said or from life experiences. Instant gratification feels better. You gotta train yourself to be like, nah, wait, hold on. And even then, you might give in a lot of the time. So I would say that that's one thing, a character flaw too. And even with dating, again, to go back to that, a lot of women you could have, but you can't rush it, but you also can't take forever. So you gotta be like just good at this shit. You gotta just be good with women because you gotta be in the middle. You can't rush it, but then you can't take forever because then she'll get turned off and then be like, damn, you took too long. But you can't rush it because damn, you just want to fuck or damn, you just trying to, you moving too fast. That's why I didn't text you back. So that's why people who are good with women get great with women, and guys who are not good with women just stay recessing, like getting worse and worse. Cause they just give up entirely because they're like, man, I don't get it. You feel me? It's like a fucking puzzle. Shit is fucking hard. But if you do it every day, like playing chess or like knitting or some shit, it's like, bro, how do I miss? You know what I'm saying? How do I miss my target if all I'm doing is just hitting the target? Or if all I'm doing this shit all the time. To the point where you become what people call naturally smooth. And the reason why I don't say you become naturally smooth because you weren't naturally smooth. But people are going to assume that you were naturally smooth because how can someone that's a loser be looking like this right now? It doesn't make sense. So it's like they don't understand how to that's the process. You feel me? Just talking, bro. Just saying shit. But I'm about to get out of here in that note, man, because listen, that's enough for right now. 40-minute vlog just about, man, how finding your way in life is so important and losing your way in life is bound to happen to everybody, but as long as you find your way back, then you can't really be mad because I mean I got this analogy. I feel like people being emotions are good to know about, but they're not good to like rely. They're unreliable. They're irreliable. Like just like with women, like they're good to like know about women, but you can't rely on a woman. Like you feel me? Like and emotions are the same way. You can only rely on logic, and that's the problem. Like I just said, when people, you could be lost in life and that'll piss you off. And then it'll make you be like, yo, when I get rich or when I get famous, I'm gonna shit on this person or I'm gonna act this way. But all you realize is that when you do get what you were destined to get, that you're not mad at nobody because emotions, like I said, they're like amorphic, like they're like clouds that pass by. They're not even real. So it's like once you get back to logic and doing what's logical, whether you're a man or a woman, you're doing what's logical. Then you realize, like, wait, hold on, I don't give a fuck. Like, you feel me? Like, I thought I would act bougie when I got a Corvette, but no, I'm just the same person with a Corvette. Because it's not even in your nature to really be a mean person if you're not naturally that. You feel me? You might not forget. See, I'm big on that. I'm big on not forgetting. I don't forget. I don't forget. Like if you treated me funny at a point, and then I'm now at another point, and then I'm not gonna forget. I'm not supposed to forget. But what I'm supposed to do is forgive. You feel me? I think that at the end of the day, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like because even a dating coach taught me, like if a girl stop hitting you up and then she go realize everybody else is a loser too, and then she come back to you because you're the best loser she could find. Uh, don't tease her or tell her like, oh, I told you you'll come back. This is why you should never left. Because then you're just proving that you're just as much at the same level of a loser as those other guys. But you won't even see that because you're in your emotions. But if you think from a logical chess move standpoint, you're just like, oh, what's up? I was thinking about you. What's up? And you just leave it there or some shit. Or what's up? Like, I was smiling and shit, so she might think that I'm being funny, but like, just tell her, let her back in. What happens is it's in her nature to really embrace that versus the other thing. So, from a logical standpoint, it doesn't make any fucking sense to hold grudges because you're just shooting yourself in the foot. And that's a perfect small signifier with the dating game that it transcends everything in life. Don't be mad at people. Don't be mad at people, bro. I'm about to get the fuck out of here, though. See you on the next video, man.